Welcome to this Wednesday's 3 Good Minutes. We hope this will be a thought-provoking moment of good news, devotion, and uplift for you. Did you know that the human eye can only see between 430 and 770 terahertz? Or that our ears can only detect sound between 20 hertz and 20 kilohertz? Now, these ranges make up only a fraction of the total sound and light frequency range. This means there is a lot going on around us that we cannot see or hear. So why should seeing or hearing be believing for us? As Christians, we are called to believe in that which we cannot see or hear. That might be hard for our Western rational minds to handle. But Jesus even speaks to this. In John 20, verse 29, the post-resurrected Jesus says to doubting Thomas, "Have you believed because you have seen me? Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed." Thomas, if you recall the story, had to put his finger in the nail prints in Jesus' hands and touch the hole in Jesus' side to believe that Jesus could still exist after dying by crucifixion. Maybe we think of Jesus' post-resurrection interaction with Thomas as a harsh rebuke of sorts, but I don't read it that way. Jesus tells Thomas to stop doubting and believe. It's a blessing, as Jesus says, to believe without seeing. Why is that, we wonder? Well, maybe because believing that there is more than meets the eye or ear gives us the blessings of hope, peace, and even joy, and contributes to that wholeness, that confidence that Jesus desires for all of us. Believing that there is more than what we can see or hear can be very comforting when we are missing loved ones who have passed over. We wonder if they are still here, if they still exist in some way, and if we will ever be together with them again. I think one of the many things Jesus came to show us is that our dearly departed loved ones do still exist. Jesus showed Thomas and others that he still existed post-crucifixion, post-resurrection. He was together with his disciples again. I especially like that our science even allows room for this if we realize that the frequencies we can see and hear are just a tiny fraction of what the human senses can perceive on the entire light and sound spectrum. Of course, Jesus tells us that we are blessed when we believe without physical evidence, but he let Thomas touch his marks of crucifixion. I think Jesus knew that it is reassuring for us when we get a little physical evidence. For us 21st century people, isn't it nice to think about a scientific concept that engages our Western rational minds with a spiritual truth, even though as Christians we don't really need it? So today I say, may we simply believe. Amen.